Glamis Castle. The name itself sends chills down your spine. Nestled in the heart of Scotland, this majestic castle holds centuries of dark secrets. It is a place where history and horror intertwine, where whispers of tragic events echo through the ages. Glamis Castle is more than just an old building. It is a living, breathing entity. Generations have felt its energy. They have witnessed its paranormal activity. This is not a place for the faint of heart. This is a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin. Are you ready to step into the darkness, to confront the haunted secrets of Glamis Castle? Imagine a castle standing for over 6 centuries. Its ancient stones have absorbed countless stories, battles fought, lives lost, secrets buried deep. Glamis Castle was built in the 14th century. It has been the ancestral home of the Lyon family, later the Earls of Strathmore and Kinghorn, for generations. Its history is rich but also soaked in tragedy. These events have left an indelible mark. Royalty walked these halls. King Malcolm II met his demise here in 1034, his blood staining the very ground the castle stands on. This violent past casts a long shadow. The air within Glamis Castle is heavy with the weight of its past, a past filled with mystery and sorrow. Every room, every corridor seems to hold its breath, hiding a dark secret, waiting for the right moment to reveal its haunting tales. It is a place where the supernatural is impossible to ignore, where the veil between the living and the dead is thin. One of the most famous tales is that of the Grey Lady, a figure shrouded in both legend and sorrow. She is said to be the spirit of Lady Janet Douglas, a noble woman whose life was marked by tragedy. Accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake in 1537, her unjust death left a mark on the castle's history. Her tortured soul still wanders the castle, a restless spirit unable to find peace. Searching for peace that never comes, her presence is a constant reminder of the past's injustices. Visitors claim to see her, a fleeting glimpse of a figure in grey, a grey mist gliding through the halls. Her sorrowful presence felt by all who encounter her. Her sorrowful eyes a window to a tormented past, a past that refuses to be forgotten. Then there's the story of Earl Beardy, another restless soul bound to the castle, a cruel and wicked man in life, condemned to roam the castle for eternity. His spirit is a dark presence within these walls. Legend claims he vanished one night, lost to the shadows of the castle. Lost in a game of cards with the devil himself, his fate sealed by his own hubris. To this day, the sound of dice rolling and Earl Beardy's angry shouts are said to echo from the depths of the castle, a chilling reminder of his eternal punishment. Section 4. Trapped Souls and Ancient Curses. Why is Glamis Castle so haunted? This ancient fortress has long been shrouded in mystery and fear, its very walls echoing with the whispers of the past. What is it about this place that draws the restless dead? Is it the dark history, the tragic tales, or something more sinister? Some believe it's the result of a terrible curse inflicted upon the family centuries ago, a curse that has left a mark on every stone and shadow. Others say it's the weight of the castle's bloody history, that the stones themselves are soaked in suffering. Each room tells a story of pain and loss. The chapel is a place of particular unease. Its air is thick with sorrow, and the flickering candlelight casts haunting shadows. Many have felt a presence there, a cold touch that sends shivers down the spine, as if the very air is alive with unseen spirits. A feeling of being watched, eyes that seem to follow you even when no one is there. Some say it's the spirit of a woman, walled up alive in the chapel, her tragic fate sealed within these ancient walls, her cries for help forever silenced, her pain lingering in the air, her presence felt by those who dare to enter. The Monster of Glamis is another terrifying tale, a story that has haunted the castle for generations. A deformed child, hidden away from the world, locked in a secret chamber, his existence a dark secret, his life a tale of sorrow. Some believe he still roams the castle, his tortured soul unable to find peace, his presence a reminder of the castle's dark past. Section 5. Glamis Today, where history meets haunting. Today, Glamis Castle is a popular tourist destination. Visitors flock to this historic site, eager to explore its grand halls and picturesque grounds. People from all over the world come to admire its beauty and to catch a glimpse of its darker side. The castle's rich history and legends draw in those fascinated by the past and the paranormal. But Glamis is not just a spooky spectacle. It is a place where history and the paranormal exist side by side. The walls of Glamis Castle have witnessed centuries of events, both grand and grim. Even in the daylight, a sense of mystery hangs over Glamis. The castle's architecture and its storied past create an atmosphere that is both enchanting and eerie. A feeling that you are not alone, that something unseen is watching from the shadows. Every corner, every hallway seems to whisper secrets of the past. At night, the castle takes on an even more sinister air. The darkness amplifies the sense of foreboding, and the illuminated windows seem to hide more than they reveal. The shadows deepen, the wind whispers through the ancient trees, and the ghosts of Glamis Castle come out to play. It's as if the castle itself breathes life into the legends, making them feel all too real. Section 6. Conclusion. Glamis Castle is a place of undeniable power. It's a place where the past refuses to stay buried, where the line between fact and fiction is blurred. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the eerie atmosphere that permeates this ancient place. Glamis Castle will continue to fascinate and terrify. It is a stark reminder that some secrets are better left buried, and that some places are best visited with a healthy dose of fear. The year was 1935. Old Changi Hospital first opened its doors. It was meant to be a place of healing. However, it became a monument to suffering. The hospital was built in a remote part of Singapore. This only added to its mystique. The location was peaceful and the architecture was colonial, but darkness lurked beneath the surface. This darkness would soon rise. The world was on the brink of war. Changi Hospital would be caught in the crossfire, its story forever intertwined with conflict and loss. 1942, World War II. Singapore fell to the Japanese. Old Changi Hospital transformed. It became a prisoner of war camp. British and Allied soldiers were imprisoned here. They suffered unspeakable horrors. Disease, starvation, and torture were common. The hospital, once a sanctuary, became a prison. The halls, once filled with hope, echoed with cries of pain. The spirits of those who perished lingered. They were trapped within the hospital walls. Their anguish seeped into the very foundation of the building. The horrors of war left an indelible mark. After the war, the hospital reopened, but its dark past lingered. Stories began to circulate, whispers of strange occurrences, unexplained noises, apparitions appearing in the dead of night. One story stood out: the ghost of a Japanese soldier. He roamed the corridors, searching for his lost comrades. Another tale spoke of a young nurse. She had died tragically during the war. She haunted the old operating theatre. Her cries echoed through the empty rooms. These stories spread. They attracted those seeking the truth behind the rumors. Old Changi Hospital became synonymous with the paranormal. Visitors to Old Changi Hospital reported chilling experiences, cold spots, the feeling of being watched, disembodied voices calling their names. Some even claimed to have been touched by unseen hands. Their stories sent shivers down the spines of listeners. One popular account involved a group of friends. They were exploring this abandoned hospital. They heard a blood-curdling scream. It came from the old maternity ward. They ran towards the sound. They found nothing, but the air was heavy with dread. They knew they were not alone. These encounters cemented Old Changi Hospital's reputation as one of the most haunted places in Singapore. The ancient fort of Banga stands in the state of Rajasthan, India. It is a majestic place with high walls and many temples. The fort was built in the 17th century. A powerful king, Madho Singh, built it for his younger son. Banga was once a thriving city. Merchants and traders came from far and wide. But today, the fort is abandoned. Locals say it is haunted. The Indian government has even placed a sign at the entrance. It warns people not to enter after sunset. Many legends surround Banga Fort. One tells the story of a tantric, a sorcerer named Singhiya. He fell in love with the beautiful Princess Ratnavati. The princess, of course, did not love him back. Singhiya tried to use black magic to win her. He put a love potion in her perfume, but the princess was clever. She saw through his plan. She threw the potion away. It landed on a large boulder, which rolled over and crushed the tantric. With his dying breath, Singya cursed Bangar. He said no one would ever live there in peace. Soon after, a war came to the region. Both the princess and the people of Bangar died. Some say their souls are still trapped within the fort's walls. Many stories tell of strange occurrences in Bangar. People hear eerie whispers and screams. Some see shadows moving in the darkness. The Archaeological Survey of India now manages Bangar Fort. It's a popular tourist spot. Many people come to see the fort and hear its stories, but no one dares to stay after dark. The legend of Bangar Fort is a reminder of the power of stories. Whether we believe in ghosts or not, these tales continue to fascinate us. They teach us about love, loss, and the enduring power of the past. The Hellfire Club. Even the name sends chills down your spine. This club, shrouded in secrecy, existed in 18th century Britain. It was a place for the wealthy and powerful. But it was more than just a social club. It was a haven for the scandalous and the profane. Rumors swirled around the club and its members. They were said to indulge in dark rituals and forbidden practices. Black magic, devil worship, and unspeakable acts were whispered about in hushed tones. The truth remains elusive, but the stories persist, painting a picture of a club cloaked in darkness and steeped in the supernatural. Several locations are linked to the Hellfire Club. Each place carries its own eerie tales. One such site is the Hellfire Caves in West Wickham, England. Carved deep into the chalk hills, these man-made tunnels were rumoured to be used for secret meetings. Another notorious location is Montpelier Hill Island. Here, the ruins of a hunting lodge stand atop the hill. It's said to have been a meeting place for a branch of the Hellfire Club. The lodge, now a skeletal shell, is a magnet for paranormal activity. Cold spots, disembodied voices and apparitions have all been reported. One of the most chilling tales associated with the Hellfire Club is that of the Black Cat. Legend has it that a large black cat appeared during one of the club's gatherings. Some members, believing it to be a stray, tried to shoo it away. However, the cat refused to budge. One member, enraged, attacked the animal. The cat transformed. It became a demonic entity. The members, terrified, fled. To this day, the Black Cat is said to haunt the grounds of the Hellfire Club's former meeting places. The Hellfire Club, though long disbanded, continues to captivate the imagination. Its legacy is one of mystery, intrigue, and a touch of fear. Whether the stories are true or simply the product of overactive imaginations, one thing is certain. The Hellfire Club has left an indelible mark on history. It's a reminder that even in the brightest of lights, darkness can lurk, and sometimes that darkness whispers back to us from the past. Hinton Ampner, a grand old house. It stands in silence, but don't be fooled. This place holds secrets, dark and chilling tales. People say it's haunted. This house has seen it all. Love, loss, and maybe even murder. The energy here is heavy. You can feel it in the air. Something isn't right. The walls whisper stories. Stories of the people who lived and died here. Their presence lingers, trapped between this world and the next. Hinton Ampner is a place of shadows and whispers. Are you brave enough to uncover its secrets? Many ghosts are said to roam these halls. One is a lady in white. She glides through the corridors. Her sorrowful eyes search for something. Some say she's searching for her lost love. Others say she's looking for peace. Whatever it is, her presence is undeniable. Another ghost is a young boy. He likes to play tricks on visitors. He hides things and makes noises. He wants to be noticed. These are just two of the spirits of Hinton Ampner, each one with a story to tell, each one trapped in this grand old house. One chilling story happened to a family. They were staying at Hinton Ampner. The parents woke to their daughter's screams. The girl claimed a figure stood over her. It was the lady in white. She had a sad and lonely look. The family left immediately. Another story tells of a group of friends. They heard laughter in an empty room. They felt cold spots and saw objects move on their own. These are just a few examples of the strange and unexplained events that have occurred at Hinton Ampner. Why is Hinton Ampner so haunted? Some believe it's the tragic events of the past. Others believe it's the energy of the house itself. Whatever the reason, this place draws people in. Ghost hunters, skeptics, and curious visitors alike, they all come to experience Hinton Ampner for themselves. Will you dare to unlock the secrets of this haunted house, or will you be too scared to find out the truth? Buenos Aires, a lively city, but underneath there's a secret darkness, La Recoleta Cemetery, a place where our world and the ghost world almost touch. It's beautiful but spooky, a maze of fancy tombs and old broken graves. You can almost hear whispers from the dead. Shadows move in the fading light. La Recoleta isn't just a cemetery, it's a doorway to the other side. I've looked at spooky places all over the world. Few are as strange as La Recoleta. It feels like sadness and spirits are all around you. It's a place where history and ghosts mix, where the living and the dead are close together. Come with me as we explore La Recoleta and meet the ghosts that live there. Every tomb in La Recoleta has a story, but some stories don't end with death. Rufina Cambaceres, a young woman buried alive by mistake. No one heard her cries. Now her ghost walks the cemetery. People say they hear her screams at night. And then there's Eva Perón, Evita, Argentina's beloved First Lady. Her story is full of ups and downs. Even after she died, things were strange. Her body was hidden, moved, and not treated well. Some think her soul can't rest. Is her ghost still in La Recoleta looking for peace? La Recoleta is different from other cemeteries. It's a city for the dead. Prospero Catlin, a French engineer, designed it. It shows how much people care about remembering those they've lost. Tombs above ground, big and fancy, each one for a life that ended. Go inside these fancy tombs and you'll see how grand they once were. Marble statues, colourful glass windows, and expensive things. But time changes things. Dust collects, tombs fall apart, and the ghosts inside get restless. La Recoleta Cemetery. Built in 1822, where a small monastery used to be, it was a cemetery only for important people in Argentina. Presidents, poets, army heroes, all buried under the eyes of stone angels. Today, people come to remember those who are gone, to learn and to feel the ghosts around them. La Recoleta reminds us that we won't live forever. It's a place where the past talks to us and where the ghosts might never sleep.